sometimes when you run attribution, you might want to adjust the numbers to actually reflect what it says in your backend. One of the big negatives about running attribution based on GA4 is that that number doesn't always reflect the exact results that you have when you look in your backend data or your CRM or wherever else you store the truth when it comes to your real sales numbers. So what you can do in Alvie is that if you have a victory table like this one, or maybe even just a sheet where you can tell us or tell Alvie per day how many conversions or how much conversion value you got for a given account or whatever it is that you want to do, you can use that when you run attribution to actually run the numbers on that so that your numbers match with your backend. The way you do that is that you go into Alvie. Then when you create a new model, let's just say that I'm making a new one for Josie's Juice Bar for Sweden again, but this one with CRM sales. You can, during the account setup step, instead of saying that you just want GA data, you just have to pick GA Sweden, and we want to use our Swedish Facebook account and our Swedish Google Ads account. You can now choose this thing called a custom conversion source if you want to use a source of conversions that isn't just GA4. It says here as well the thing I was saying before. To do so, you click here, a little flyout will pop out. You can then select a source, basically where you have that data. In this case, we have it in BigQuery, but if you had it in Cheat, you could do that as well. Then you would pick the project where this is in this case, Josie's Juice Bar. You would then also pick the dataset where you find it. In this case, we have it in our custom conversion sources. And finally, you would pick which table it is that we want to use. So I'm just going to move myself out of the way here. And I would pick Sweden, because that's the table we have. Again, it's just a table that we saw from over here before. Now I'm going to go back. You have here. And then when you're done with that, you get to choose the validation days. So this is essentially whenever Alvie runs, we check if your data is fresh. So you tell us how late can your data be to actually count as fresh. In this case, I know that if I have data 2 days ago, it's fresh. If I don't, then we will raise an error and we'll let you know. So I'm going to save it. Some validation happens, turns green, perfect. Everything worked out as it should, which basically means that the table here follows the correct format and has the data as it is expected. Then you just go about your day. You create your attribution model as you would normally. Josie's Juice Bar, you pick your channel grouping, I'm picking the channel grouping, and any other settings you might want to change and all this. And when you're done, you hit activate. And this model will now run. Just refresh the page, we'll see it show up. So it's here. This is the new one. You see if I do this as the CRM sales one, it will run. And then when it finishes running, the dashboard will now use the numbers from my backend instead of my GA4.